Speaking of younger fans, how has the changing media landscape and the way that the younger generation is open to being marketed to and sold to, how is that changing the way that you're approaching trying to bring fans into the fold and get them involved?
I'll start from a league perspective. Look, you heard it in the last panel. We clearly understand that the battleground for the future is in fans between the ages of 12 and 24. Also, not to be discounted, and we heard it in the last panel as well, youth participation. We know that the probability of a fan being an avid fan goes up about 40% if they participated in the sport. So for us and our youth football strategy moving forward, really the upside is young girls playing flag, and flag is growing like crazy. From a media perspective though, I'll use the ad that you just saw as a case study. You know, bridging young and old so that young fans can really get at that relationship, and they can talk to other generations about their favorite moments. We created a lot of content on the run-up to that ad, whether it was, I don't know how many of you saw it, but you know, the stylized photos of the players in their tuxes we gave it to their handles. We had a cameo by Ninja. Well, you know, who knows what Ninja is? Who Ninja is. You know, a lot of the older fans would not, but it was an ability to bridge that gap. He's a really phenomenal Fortnite player, and he really brought a lot to that, and we gave him custom content to go onto his platforms and to market to his fan base. And an interesting side note, we invited him to the Super Bowl, and he was literally in the suite calling mothers of young kids who were there saying, you gotta let them play more Fortnite, you gotta let them play more Fortnite. So his engagement with that young population was invaluable in that aspect. Another thing, you know, we let all the players wear their own version of black tie. Marshawn Lynch obviously had his perspective on that. And why? Because our young fans like fashion, they like pop culture. The music was a compilation of 5 different artists. We know that that is popular with our young fans. So everything we're doing, using influencers, using fashion, using pop culture, using music, is really going to form a part of what we do to keep engaged where they are too, whether it's on, you know, social media platforms or broadcast television.
It strikes me though too that younger fans are sort of averse to feeling like they're being marketed to. Like, it has to be a little bit more subtle. It can't just be like I'm selling you something. They just have to enjoy what it is that you put out, and then that is now their eyeballs on it.
There's that, and there's the whole influencer movement, right? So it's been well documented that the trust factor among younger consumers in general around big brands has just gone down. Who they do trust are I'm going to call it third-party influencers, or, you know, I mean, if LeBron says something, or the Kardashians say something, or they're doing whatever, it really does enter into the minds of these younger fans. Of, like, I have a couple as kids, right? I see it play out before, you know, right before me, and it's really unbelievable, the difference.
Well, and you